Happy July.
Wow.
Welcome to Snack Time with Canvas
Good morning.
Kids. This
Thanks
is
for being
Teacher
here.
Rachel.
Yeah. Hi, you guys.
I'm Pastor Angie.
Yes.
Today we are going to close out our Everyday Armor series.
Yeah, it's been 8 great weeks.
Honestly,
feel like I have learned so much.
yes.
Yeah, really.
Absolutely learned
Yeah.
so much as well.
It's awesome.
I love this whole series, and I'm going to sum it up with and just remind us of what our everyday armor is and what it stands for. And God has given us his powerful armor. When we put on God's armor each day and we rely or trust in his power, we become everyday heroes that can stand firm against anything. Anything.
Yeah.
Like, I can stand firm, strong,
Yeah.
immovable, unshakable. I can stand,
Yeah.
and nothing is going to move me because God is with me.
Wow. Thanks for saying that. I needed to hear that today. I needed to hear that but through God, I can really keep standing. Sometimes I feel like it's like when you first get out of bed. Sometimes I stand up and I gotta sit back down.
Or you want to get back
shaky.
under the covers, and you're like,
all
I'm
that.
not quite right.
Yeah.
I'm not quite ready to get out of
Right.
bed.
Not when it's
And-
bright sun and shiny though.
No, but when it's raining, then
for
it
sure.
is. Then it is a little
I
bit
needed
crazy.
to hear we can stand firm with his armor. That's awesome. I love it.
So our snack time
Yes.
that we brought today.
Yeah.
Teacher
Options,
Rachel
of course.
brought options. We had a little bit of the snacks already because that's why it's a little. We couldn't wait.
Right.
We're a little hungry, a little famished.
A little low on patience.
Yes, a little low and yes. But we have some raspberries. There's only 2 left.
Yeah.
And then some oranges, and then we have
Ooh.
some little roll-ups. So we have some salami and cheese
in the center. Yum.
Yeah.
So good.
which this is so good. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a bite of the actual salami and
Great.
cheese.
And I'm gonna eat the remaining
Raspberries.
raspberries. So good. Yum. Yum, yum, yum.
I think I filled my mouth too full.
That's all right. Oh my goodness. We hope you guys have pulled out some snack and can begin to enjoy it. Awesome. Okay, Pastor Angie, she took a
I told you I took a really big
bite of this cheese.
Didn't realize I took a big bite. Realized that maybe I'm not that much of a big girl. I need a little smaller
A little
bites.
smaller bites. I love it. Great.
So we're gonna actually have story time.
Yeah.
Now we have put on our armor every day, and if you want to put on your armor, you can do that right now.
Totally.
Teacher Rachel and I actually didn't bring our armor today.
What?
I
Can you
know.
believe that? We've
It's
had
so
so
crazy.
much fun.
But we can put on our imaginary armor.
Yeah.
So we have our armor of godliness that we can put on, and we're gonna cinch it like real
It's our
tight.
lovely vest that you
Yes,
see.
our vest.
Yes.
And then we're gonna put on our belt of
truth.
truth.
Yep, exactly. We're gonna get it. Not tight, but not too tight.
Right, not
Woo,
tight, not too tight. And then
Right.
we're gonna put on our good news boots.
Absolutely. Put that good news on.
Then we're gonna pick up our shield of faith.
Right. Exactly.
And then we're gonna
And-
put on our helmet of
Yeah,
salvation.
that darn helmet wouldn't stay on my head.
And then we're gonna do the sword of the Spirit.
That's Pastor Angie's signature. The
Yes,
Spirit
it's my own little jingle.
has to be sung.
Yeah.
Has to be sung.
Exactly. So now that we have our everyday armor on,
It's on.
Teacher Rachel, do we have a story that we're going to end
Yes, we do.
our series with?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, everybody get ready.
And our-
Are you ready? You sitting crisscross applesauce? Do you have your snacks ready? Everybody's got their stuff going?
Yeah, I
Okay.
hope so. Here
Okay.
we go.
Let's
Oh my
the
goodness,
fun
let's
begin.
roll.
Ooh, the sun stands still. I really like this song.
Yeah. Are you standing still right now? Freeze. Good. It's hard to be still.
And sometimes when you do that, you don't like realize you freeze, but then when you are on Facebook Live or something and then your
Yeah.
face freezes, mine never always freezes on a good.
Not very nice. It doesn't
No,
make
I'm like-
Pastor Angie's not the best angle there.
So I'm like, Facebook, you really need to love on me a little bit more and freeze the best pictures.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Okay, so this comes from the book of Joshua.
Which
And-
Joshua's in the Old Testament.
In the Old Testament, in the Bible.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So after the Israelites went, oh my goodness, excuse me, my W's, went to the land that God had promised them. You probably remember that, God had promised Israelites to,
when they came out of Exodus, when they left
Exactly.
Egypt, that he promised to take them into the
Right.
promised land.
Promised land.
So we're saying that now they're going to go into the land God promised them?
Yeah, except what's happening here is that they had to fight evil armies of the people that were living in that land that they were given.
Oh, so they had to go basically... Okay, so they had to go get their land.
Right. It wasn't like they just went over there and
it wasn't like an empty land. Okay, so then we had to go get the land.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
So Joshua, this man right here, was the man in charge of leading God's people. So he was in charge of God's army, so to speak, right? And he was a great leader. And he already had defeated so many other armies in other cities, and he was well known. He was a good leader. I bet you guys know some good
lots
leaders.
Of good leaders.
I would say Pastor Andrew's a good leader over here. Oh, so Joshua had also made a pact. How can we describe a pact?
A pact is a promise to somebody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we're going to do this, an agreement together, or a commitment.
Yeah.
A covenant.
Covenant. Yeah, there's lots of words that we can use interchangeably. So he made a pact or a commitment with an important city, and that city was called
Gibeon.
Gibeon.
Yes, Gibeon with a B, like bee, bumblebee.
Yeah, Gibeon, exactly. Yes. So that promise was that he would, that if they were under attack, so the city of Gibeon, if they were ever under attack, his army would come help them out. Sounds like a pretty good deal to me.
Yeah, so he was like an everyday hero. He's like, if someone's going to come hurt you, I'm going to be on your side, and I'm going to come help you. So just call out.
Yeah, what a good person.
Yeah,
right?
no, that's exactly how we need to be. We need to be helpers to other people.
Yeah.
So if someone needs help, they need to be able to trust us.
Exactly.
That we're going to come, and help in a time of need.
Yeah,
that's perfect.
Absolutely. Cool. Awesome. Okay, I love this slide. So the king of another city wanted to take over Gibeon. Okay. All right.
So they wanted to come and make it their own.
I was just say set up shop, build their own houses. I don't know what.
Yeah.
Make their own stores. They wanted to take over the city. Exactly.
Okay.
So, but the other king, he actually happened to be afraid. He was afraid of Joshua. Can you believe that?
Well, but Joshua had, there were songs written about Joshua.
Yeah.
There were stories told. So I'd be kind of scared too.
Yeah. And like we said, Joshua was a person of God, or a man of God.
That's right.
So the king was actually afraid of Joshua because Joshua had the power of God on his side. Whoa, that's what we've been talking about.
So it's like he had the armor of God with him, and God went wherever he went.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So that king that was afraid of Joshua went to 4 other cities, and they formed one large army to try and attack Gibeon.
Wow.
Can you believe that? So see their large army here? All my friends here, they're all coming together, and they form one large army because they think that with a bigger army, they're going to be able to
defeat Joshua and the army of God.
Right, and to take over Gibeon. Whoa, man, this is it's getting kind of intense around here.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh, I love this action shot.
Yeah.
When the army attacked, the people of Gideon rushed a message. Rushed. Ooh, I love that word.
Yeah.
So somebody's running.
It's like going as fast as you can.
They rushed the message to Joshua.
And let him know.
Pastor,
you have to come help.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's so crazy. So maybe they went on their horses, or they ran super fast, or maybe you guys need to do a lap around the house and see how fast you guys can run. Go fast.
Yeah, you could be that messenger.
Yeah.
Right? You could be that messenger to Joshua.
Exactly.
So they begged him to come and rescue him. Like, remember that promise that he had, right?
Yeah.
They were like, man, are you going to come and are you going to show up? And
I bet Joshua jumped up out.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. So Joshua gathered all of his best fighting men, oh my goodness, and marched all night to surprise their enemies. Oh my. Wow. Amazingly, God threw the enemy army into a panic. Can you imagine?
So everybody probably started to go, oh my gosh.
I don't know what they're doing.
What's going on? Exactly. Wow.
So God sent the army into a panic so that Joshua and the troops had time to get there and defeat them.
Wow. So God made it seem like there was so much stuff going on that the army got confused, didn't know what they were doing, so Joshua could get there and help.
Exactly.
So when Joshua made his promise, his commitment, to Gibeon, then he was actually able to fulfill it.
Exactly.
And God helped him to do that.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Pretty cool.
Woo!
Alrighty. I know, I just like that last one. They were, I guess, throwing stones, which would have been
Well,
kind of scary.
which would be like normal, like weapons, because that's what they had. They had stones, they had slingshots, they had, swords, they had all of those kind of things.
Right.
And so, I think it was just so probably crazy.
Yeah, just picked them up off the ground.
Yeah,
oh my gosh. It sounds like a lot of craziness. All right, here we go. Who's this?
I'm going to say that's probably Joshua.
It is, exactly.
Because a good leader doesn't always lead out front, isn't always up telling people what they're supposed to do, but a good leader actually takes time to spend with Jesus to get the mind of Christ, to get the heart of God, so we can begin to do the actions of Jesus.
Right, exactly. So God did one more amazing thing. Maybe not one more, but
he does lots more amazing things. But in this story,
so Joshua was ready to finish the battle. He was like, "I'm ready to have this over with. We're here. We might as well, get this over with." But he needed more daylight. So it was like
so he couldn't let it go dark. So he needed the sun to stay out.
Right. So it was like
I think sometimes we pray for that during the summer. We don't want we don't want to go to bed.
We don't want to go to bed.
We don't want to go to bed, so we're like trying everything. Yeah. Mom, I need some water. Mom, I need this. Mom. We should just pray that the sun stays up.
Right, exactly.
Or maybe the time stops.
So Joshua needed more daylight, and he knew that the most powerful thing he could do was pray.
You know
what? Can we repeat that again? One of the most powerful things we can do is
pray.
Pray.
No, that is good. He's praying.
Yeah. So Joshua prayed a really big prayer.
Yes,
Have you guys ever prayed a really big prayer?
I've prayed. I feel like I pray really big prayers all the time.
I was going to say, I might have been rather big lately. Rather powerful. Rather exactly big. So he asked God to make the sun stand still.
So, which would mean it would stop right where it's at, so it wouldn't go down, it wouldn't set, so dark wouldn't come, so he would have more time to fulfill his promise.
Exactly. And he also asked God to stop the moon from moving, okay, which is kind of like exactly what we talked about. Just the sun and the moon, they dictate when day and night is, right?
Yes.
So the idea is that...
So when the sun comes up, it's daytime. When the moon comes up, it's night.
Exactly.
And we think about it as when the sun comes up, it's time to get up. And when the moon comes up, it's time to go to bed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he asked God to pause the whole thing so that they could finish what they came for, which they came to battle.
to save and rescue the people.
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely.
In the form of a battle. Yes, exactly. And God did that.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Wow.
That is crazy. So as God was fighting for his people, God is fighting for us too. Mm-hmm. Just like in this story, when God says a promise, when he begins to do something, when he says something, God is the one that's going to make a way where there seems to be no way. Right. And he's also going to fight for us, like Joshua fought for Gibeon. Yeah. He's going to come and fight for us when we can't fight for ourselves, or the evil villain Satan wants to come and to attack and say, make us think things, or do, want to do things that aren't what we're not supposed to do. Yeah. I think that is so good, and we can stand firm and trust in God and pray. Right. The Bible says if we humble ourselves, humble means to make ourselves
a little more little.
Yeah, let God be God, and let us know that God is God, and we can't do it on our own, and say, God, I need your help in this situation.
Exactly.
I think that is such a beautiful story.
Yeah, and that's what we do often when we pray. Well, we could pray at Thanksgiving,
God, thank you for all the things that you're doing. God, for my mom and my dad and my brother and my sister and my Grammy and my papa and all those kind of things, and for food and for my clothes and for my house and all of my fun toys. Yeah. But we can also cry out to God when we need something.
Right. Or I was even just thinking about saying in my prayer, Lord, God, can you fight for me? Because we're talking about that God fights for us. Can you fight this battle for me? Can you fight this hardship.
Yeah.
Fight what
It's asking for
feelings
help.
of sadness.
Yeah.
Asking for help.
Exactly. I think that is so good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm super excited, and we are going to next week surprise you with a new series.
Yeah.
Now, we were going to kind of share what that series was this week, but we decided, nope.
Zip lips.
We are going to let it be a surprise.
Exactly.
Surprise.
Yeah, exactly.
So we are super excited to hang out with you next week. We hope you have a great 4th of July with your family and your friends. Stay safe.
Yeah.
Stay safe, but have lots of fun.
Yeah. And don't forget about your everyday armor.
And put that on. That needs to be something that we do every single day. And maybe we should do that as we end. Let's put on our armor of godliness. Let's put on our belt of truth.
Exactly.
We need to put on our good news boots.
I forget the order, Pastor Angie. There we go.
We need to put on our shield of faith.
Exactly.
Our helmet of salvation. And our sword of the Spirit.
And last but not least, we're going to stand firm in our faith. And pray. Exactly. Thanks for being here.
See you guys next week. Have a great 4th of July.